Will Levis has the most shockingly erratic film of any first-year quarterback I have ever studied. The highs are extremely high, the lows low. The Titans could have the next Brett Favre on their hands, or the next Jameis Winston. Levis flashes all-pro level ability on one play, then makes a terrible mistake forcing the ball into double coverage the next. Today we'll start with his stats to show what kind of player he is, and then dive deeper into the film to determine what is really going on. He has one of the strongest arms in the league, and he definitely knows it. His 11.1 ADOT, which is on average how far down the field he targets per play, is the highest of anybody since 2019 Matthew Stafford's 11.4. His deep ball percentage was also 6% higher than the next closest quarterback. Levis is maybe one of the most aggressive quarterbacks I have ever studied, and when getting to his film, we can see why. To start with the good, his arm strength and confidence in his arm strength are both near the very elite in the NFL. He is going to attack any matchup at any moment in the down no matter what. If he sees anybody one-on-one, he's treating it like he's got Michael Irvin on Michael Cera. The way he targets alert receivers is different than most other quarterbacks, where he targets them late in the down because of how strong his arm is. An alert is a route that's not necessarily part of the route progression, where usually a QB reads 1, 2, 3. An alert is its own isolated concept. If the QB likes it pre-snap, or sometimes even post-snap, he can forgo the route progression or where the play is designed to go and throw the alert route. What's insane about Levis is how late in the down he'll throw it. This alert go is designed to draw the coverage away from the crosser, but when Levis turns his head off play action and both safeties converge on Treylon Burks, late in the down he decides to target DeAndre Hopkins deep in a way no other quarterback would. When a receiver has a go route off the line, the quarterback needs to release the ball early in the down since QBs don't have the arm strength to reach him after a certain distance. But Levis's arm is so strong, he can connect with any receiver anywhere down the field. This raises his overall ceiling pretty damn high, because you have to cover every blade of grass not just for 2-3 seconds, but 4, 5, 6. This is a classic dagger concept that some teams read 1 to 2, and other teams just have the clear out route tagged as an alert, so the concept is going to the dig to Hopkins almost no matter what. What's impressive to me here is how late in the down Levis is getting this throw off. He's reading the safety and clear out route, then back to the dagger, then back to the clear out route, dropping in a perfect but incomplete pass, and we also get to see his, at times, exceptional processing. Dagger isn't as great a call against two high safeties. One can nail down in the clear out alert, the other on dagger. But after the snap, with his back turned, the Falcons roll down into one high, a much better coverage to attack since dagger should come open. But when he resets to the dig and Jesse Bates is flying underneath, the poise to take this little step back with a D lineman barreling towards him and still get this good of a throw off is extremely impressive. And by the way, I learned after writing this, their new coach Brian Callahan fell in love with Levis because of this very play. Another aspect of his game that makes his ceiling so high is his ability to navigate the pocket like a seasoned veteran. True drop-back pocket passers are a dying breed, yet on 3rd and 15, with the Titans running this peel concept, which is designed to beat cover 3 zone like the Steelers are playing, it beats it because the post route moves the corner, who's playing a deep third, which isolates the wheel route on this defender, whose primary job is to play underneath. The poise, the pocket presence, and the ability to execute under pressure is astounding. We'll talk a bit more about how awful the Titans' offensive line was in a bit. You can see an example of that here. But watch Levis's poise. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league already, isn't gonna flinch when getting hit. And at the top of his drop with the D tackle closing in, Nick Westbrook-Akine isn't open right now, and almost every rookie quarterback in history is taking a sack or rolling out of the pocket. But Levis doesn't panic, doesn't just move away from the rush, but does so with intention, knows he's still going to take a mammoth hit, and gets off a perfect throw to convert the once again 3rd and 15. The arm talent, in general, is extremely impressive. He can gun the ball anywhere on the field, hit hole shots, hit over the middle seams. The ceiling, as I said, is sky high. But now, when looking at where he struggles, the floor is lower than low. First off, yes, the offensive line was absolutely atrocious. It made it very difficult to actually evaluate Levis's flaws, especially for somebody who likes to hold the ball as long as he does. This was a terrible fit. They literally had some guys playing who were not starting caliber NFL linemen. And I think how to weigh different factors is what always will make football interesting. How much is O-line versus quarterback or vice versa, etc., etc. Anyway, yes, the line was terrible, but Levis really struggled to not be aggressive in so many different ways. For example, targeting alerts highlights a good part of his game, but also a bad one. Typical alert play designs will have a concept with 2 or 3 receivers to one side and then the alert to the other. But with Treylon Burks the alert guy, and the Titans needing just 3 yards to convert, this isn't the time you want to go deep because this is a low success play. A couple of these from his rookie season happened on 3rd down where the Titans just need an easy pitch and catch to pick up the first, but he's still struggling to learn when to be aggressive deep and when to hit his open underneath receivers. We have inside leverage against an outbreaking route here, and then Kyle Phillips breaking back over the middle open. And what's even worse is the one high safety is shading towards where Levis is throwing, so this goes into double coverage, incomplete. Awareness is one of the main things he struggles with. While he has good pocket presence, his situational awareness and game management awareness are things that definitely need to improve. This is 4th and 4 down 20-16 with under 3 minutes left to play. And while yes, there's nobody really open, and yes, he does see the robber safety come down for D-Hop and they're playing one high, in ways that makes the alert the correct read because we are looking for the one-on-one matchup. But 4th and 4, do or die, with Burks, who hasn't really proven, at least to this point, to be a difference maker. Situationally, this is just a force throw that doesn't have a high degree of potential success. His game management struggles are a major concern as well. He took the 5th highest percentage of sacks in the league, which, as we know, terrible offensive line. But Levis is gonna hold on to the ball too long and isn't always aware of his surroundings. This is what offensive line coaches call slice or quick game cut protection, where Levis is gonna take a very short drop to get rid of the ball quickly. And since your QB's footwork is synced up with your routes, the routes are very, well, quick. Some teams like to cut the ends to create windows in the quick game so the balls don't get batted by defensive linemen. The Titans have this stick concept where Levis reads Keanu Neal, who's stretched out by 2 receivers, and will throw away from him. And I mean, nobody is really open, but Levis has to know his tackles are on the ground and the ends are coming, but he holds the ball and takes a sack. It's these little brain farts that could simply be chalked up to him just being a young rookie quarterback playing the position, or a sign of things to come, which could ultimately plummet him to his floor. If he can pair his aggression with higher awareness, he could be great, but that is a big if. For example, when the Titans got another crack at beating the Steelers down still 4, now with just 1:44 left in the game, Levis sees pre-snap Pittsburgh is in 2 high safeties and looked to be playing cover 2 zone with a typical 2 flat defenders. So he knows the hole shot, the throw in between the corner and safety in cover 2 should be open, though it's a tough throw into a tight window. However, check out Levi Wallace. He jams DeAndre Hopkins at the line, but then takes this peek inside. When cover 2 corners don't have anything coming underneath towards them, they no longer have their typical flat responsibility, so they're gonna sync with the vertical route, even though it's not technically, on paper, part of their role in cover 2. On paper, yes, there is a space in between the 2 defenders in cover 2 zone, but Levis needs better awareness to understand that the corner is gonna sink since he knows pre-snap his slot receiver isn't threatening Wallace underneath. These are the kinds of things that, once again, are these weaknesses showing just as a rookie, or will he always possess the flaws that he's putting on tape? He has great tools, an amazing arm, good pocket presence, and an extremely high ceiling, but he is goddamn all over the place with bad awareness and over-aggression that even the likes that Antonio Brown's Twitter has never seen. And don't even get me started on how dude thinks he's Mike Allstott trying to run through everybody. Levis has the highest range of outcomes, good or bad, of any second-year quarterback we have seen in some time. The Titans' offensive scheme did hide their quarterback with the highest combined screen and play-action percentage in the league. So now that Brian Callahan wants to make Levis the Joe Burrow of Tennessee, well, they won't be hiding him anymore. The sky is high, the floor is low. Will Levis is about to explode or implode.